Some of those experiences out there when I was on the court, I felt like I was being controlled by something else. I felt like I was having an out-of-body experience. I still have to pinch myself to really believe it.
Wait a minute, who's this kid?
Already cut twice this season.
Wait, not drafted? Wait.
Nobody thought he could play.
Sleeping on a teammate's couch.
Jeremy Lin came from nothing to greatness.
I don't even think you have to be a sports fan to hear about his story.
You will. Linsanity takes New York by storm.
This documentary was going to be it. We wanted to tell his story, you know, and his story, there is no story without his faith. You know, his faith is a huge component of who he is and how he lives. And so we had to make sure that that's part of it in this film. You know, we wanted to obviously explore other things of who he was, Asian American, Ivy League, you know, Bay Area, you know, underdog. But, you know, faith, if you didn't include all those and or you took one of those out, then you're not exploring who he really is as a person. And, you know, his faith is very important to him. And, you know, I told him, I was like, you know, this is your chance, your opportunity to, you know, use this as a platform to share your faith, because I'm trying to tell your story. I'm not ESPN. I'm not 60 Minutes. I'm not trying to tell, you know, this racism piece or Asians don't play basketball piece. I'm trying to tell your story. And what this is, you know, your opportunity to share it, then, you know, let's do it. And the most surprising is that, you know, he stayed with the faith. You know what I mean? And the thing is about Jeremy is what I really found really intriguing and you know, very inspiring was, I mean, he followed, you know, the Bible every day. You know, he still his devotions every day. You know, he did it by himself. You know, he made sure that this was a part of his daily routine. You know, just like practicing basketball. You know, just like playing video games. It was all part of his, you know, of his daily routine. And that, I think, for me, you know, when people say it, you know, they go to church on Sundays and then it's not always there the rest of the week. But Jeremy really, I mean, he made sure that was a priority for every day of his life, and that's how he lived his life. And, you know, I think for me, you know, you hear it and you see it, what people say on camera, but then when you actually experience it with them, it's you know, it wasn't surprising, more just, you know, inspiring for me. As a filmmaker, I mean, I almost forgot I was a filmmaker for this project. You know, I was so caught up in what was going on and how crazy everything was that I almost forgot that, you know, I was doing a documentary on him, because it was so crazy just to experience that, you know. And, you know, as a friend, I was super happy for him. You know, he worked so hard. He worked, you know, and it was such a low time for him for so long. He's a very emotional person, and he really takes the wins and the losses to heart. So, you know, for the last 2 years, it was pretty rough for him, especially being cut from his favorite team and his hometown team, and then being picked up and then cut again, and then being picked up and coming here where he knows nothing. So it was a really rough time for him. So when he did do well, you know, the first game, I was like, yes, it's amazing. You know, I was just so happy for him, you know.